Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining our webinar today on Drawer. Before we really get started here, I just wanted to let you know that Adam Kusler is with me today, and he'll be monitoring the question and chat window throughout the webinar, so we make sure we get everything addressed. We will get started here. So, once again, thank you so much for joining today. My name is Brandon Mayer, and today we are going to discuss our drawer product that is, relatively new, probably right about 6 months old, but it is an enhancement that is complements GP's dock attach, and we really kind of put some little more advanced features around that. So today we're going to review kind of the benefits of the drawer product. We're going to get right into the demo and show you all of its capabilities, and also talk about what we've changed or updated with new features and enhancements here in Q1 that have made the product work much better, and that's all based off of the user's feedback of who are using it today. So, what is Drawer? Drawer is a way that you can take your documents and attachments in GP and add organizations in folders, and also put security on those folders for your most sensitive documents. So with that, you're able to there is up to 10 folders that you are going to be able to categorize your attachments for your employees, customers, vendors, and items. Okay. So there's really 5 key benefits that the Drawer is really going to bring and help enhance your experience with GP. As I just mentioned, this is going to help with improving your organization of all your attachments. Today in the product, or in GP itself, there you have the document attach feature that they provide, which is fantastic because it has all of the traceability and tracking of if someone deletes a document and things like that. But we will pile on top of that to help bring that organization, put those documents into those folders so you can find what you're looking for very quickly. And one of the really nice things is we can secure down to each folder's level for those most sensitive documents. Okay. So I am going to get right into product, but you're going to see a few key things around Drawer. Is you're able to put self-label 10 folders, and then also secure each of those windows and folders for better organization and obviously security. Okay. So let me just jump right in here. So I'm going to start with our employee card, or our employee drawer. And I'm able to access that in a couple of different ways. Is I can use my menus to open up the employee drawer, or I will also be able to access it right from the employee maintenance window. So how this product really came about was as we were working with HR and payroll professionals. A lot of the time, they have massive amount of paperwork for their employees, and their cabinets or drawers are filled with paperwork. And what we discovered is no one was really using kind of the attachment feature in GP that's just standard in the product today, because there's just access to anyone who has access to the employee card. So we wanted to make sure Intake Drawer and make this work independently, so you could start storing documents digitally, reduce that paper, and so you can then secure those documents through security, but also help you keep organized. Okay. When I'm here in this drawer window, you're able to access the 4 different areas that we have drawer working on. Is for your employees, vendors, items, and customers. But I'll start here with the employee. I will use my favorite employee, Alan. When I bring this up, what you're noticing here is we have Alan's documents here that are brought up, and then there are 10 folders that you can self-label yourself on where you would like these documents to be stored. Okay, so I have just made just a couple here predefined, but as I mentioned, you are able to relabel these. So I'll just do app. Okay, and those changes are going to go across your entire company here. Okay. As I go down, the plus symbol, that indicates that there is a document already attached. Okay. And I would be able to open it up directly here. Or, as I mentioned, you can attach. And at this point, this is, if you're using document attach in GP today, this is going to be familiar because we are leveraging that functionality already today. But when we go and I'll just grab one here. When we go ahead and attach a document, it will just be in that folder, as opposed to being able to see every single attachment. And I'll show you what I mean by that. I go to the employee card here. I bring up Alan. Even jumped it over to the side here. When you're using, if you go to the attachment here, anyone who has access to the employee maintenance window has access to every single attachment in here. And if you want to have, for example, some of those sensitive employee documents, and only the appropriate people should see them, whether they're in HR or payroll, view them, we can do that through HR Drawer. So let me close that. So I was able to access the drawer windows from here, or if I go to additional, you'll notice, if you notice, there was just attachments on the normal, but you didn't notice the text file that was in there that anyone could access the card. Same thing with the other one that I had, the I-9. And with those security features, you could have it so anyone could go to each respective folder. You can secure down to each folder level or by window, but it really kind of helps, only give access to the appropriate people for some of those more sensitive documents, but also, as opposed to just having, many attachments all in one window, yep. we can categorize that into these folders that you define and label yourself. Okay. So that is just the first one as far as being an employee on the employee card. Okay. Oops. Right button here. Okay. So next, I will just head over to the customer card, and it's very, very much the same as the employee. But you are going to have, 10 folders, but these folders can be labeled differently. Okay, and so, like I said, I just brought up the customer, and whenever there is a plus right next to the folder, you can see a list of all the attachments that are there. And from this window, you will be able to open those documents straight from there. Oh, I attached a JPEG file. I didn't open. Okay, where I can see and then see those documents. If I were going to attach a new file, well, here, I'll do two things here. I'm going to rename this folder. I have contracts, invoices, and I'll just say contacts. Label the folder. And do a new attachment. Just pick a random one here. And now that'll be in there. Okay. So we'll be able to kind of help organize those things a little bit better. Right. And I will just bring up the other windows just to kind of show you, and so I'm not completely on repeat here, but it will also bring up, we can do this with your items, okay, where we can label all of those folders as well. And as I mentioned, we don't have to go to these employee cards every single time. So once you have this drawer window open, you are able to switch back to the customer card, item, vendor, or employee. Okay. So I am going to stop there and see if we have any questions. Seeing anything?
Just checking the chat window here too. Remember, you can enter your questions in the question pane or the chat window if you have anything so far that you want to get clarification on or something you're wondering about.
Okay. So, kind of in recap today, Drawer is going to let you bring organization and security for your attachments right within GP. You'll be able to self-label up to 10 folders, so you can have, improved organization. Kind of get a little bit out of some of the paper, and then secure each of those folders for some of those more sensitive documents. Okay. A couple of changes that we have delivered here in Q1 of new features and enhancements. Is this product is now compatible with GP 2018. One of the things that we did change that you did see the day is you can switch between the employee, customer, vendor, and item all within that same drawer window, where you wouldn't have to then then go to the appropriate card to open that first and additional to just help kind of alleviate some of those steps. And then the last thing that we did was the double click will right from the drawer window can open that attachment right away. So just a couple of slight things that we received feedback on from customers, and they were great suggestions, and so we were able to put those in the product here within this last quarter.
Those are great user-friendly additions too. So
yes, yeah. So on a just kind of another topic, if you do have ideas on what you would like to see GP do, we are always eager and excited to hear your feedback so we can help improve your experience. And so on our website, there is a way that you can go submit your ideas, or additionally, you're able to, you can call us or email us, whether you have questions on products or suggestions for improvements on the modules that you're using today. So with that, that is what I have here prepared today. Adam, any last questions that came in at all?
One question, when you're on the folder renaming process, would you be able to rename the folder for anybody? Can anybody rename the folder, or would you have to have select permissions to rename that folder?
Today, anyone can relabel the folder.
Okay, which would be kind of nice if there was an issue or something got
absolutely.
misspelled.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
but
it's easy to definitely change. But let me write that down to see if we could maybe do a permission on who can relabel the folders.
Anybody else has any questions? Like I said, this is kind of your last opportunity. Please let us know. Otherwise, like I said, follow up with us after the webinar here, and be sure to follow us on Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook for updates on upcoming webinars that we have, upcoming tools, and other announcements that we might have coming along. Like I said, our website is also a great location for any of those as well.
So thank you so much for your time today, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.